Yeah, family, we back. We're back, family. Listen, man, tethers are buckling under the pressure of white supremacy. You dig? And get down from there. And a global pressure. So you have Africans from their own homeland calling them out from fleeing and undermining the diaspora and the continent of Africa. They're being called out as tethers from Africans and diaspora black. All right, so we're gonna touch FBA Entertainment piece. Yeah, they can't breathe. Yeah, so it's done because not just our foot. You're right, our foot's on their neck, and now they got their own people. Because you know, white supremacists been on them ASAP, been on their necks, and now their own people are on their necks. So you got FBAs on their neck, you got white people on their necks, and now you got their own people on their necks. It's over. And ain't no rekindling, ain't no we all one big Negro. That's out. They had their chance, they blew it. They sided with white supremacy. So this is the repercussions. Golden Heart says, those mofos trying to get our reparations. Exactly, dude. We're not falling for that. We're not falling for that. Okay, so they wanted a diaspora war. It's not even that. This was like the U.S. when they bombed Iran nuclear sites. It's just a one and done. All right, so let me get the first video up and running. All right, let's get it. I love that beat. That's the anthem. That's the official anthem, by the way. So here we are. No, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. An American Dream. If you're out there, you could call back in. I didn't want to touch on that while you were here. We already had a subject, and I was getting off. I am sixth. He says, do or die, best die, Friedman. Hey fam, yes sir. FBA Entertainment back in there. Said in Hotel Rwanda, he said clearly to Don Cheadle, you're not even an N-word. You're an African. They don't even realize they are more hated than us. Right. Okay. All right. All right. Right. They, you know, I was talking to somebody, a neighbor who's FBA. Now she don't know she's FBA. You know, I mean, she knows she's a Black American. She got slave roots, but she don't know what FBA is about. And she has issues with some of these foreigner blacks. And I try like to casually, because she got this old thick ass hope. So, but I'm working on her, and I'm like taking that hope from her, little bit by little bit, and I talk to her. Okay, because all I do is when American Dream pulled up earlier and said systemic racism doesn't exist, I reported that to her. I said, hey, you know, a lot of non-black, a lot of foreigner blacks, they like to deny systemic racism. They like to join the black conservatives because she's a liberal, obviously, and you know, black women liberals are like religious. So it don't take much to get a black woman liberal on code and against a damn tether, because once you're siding with Team Red, you're the op immediately. So it's very easy. Hey, a lot of these black foreigners are siding with black conservatives, and I just play American Dream. I played CLR, and I played Jesse. She watched Jesse, and she's a little older. She's like, wow. So she's coming around. I'm like, yo, we all we got. Leonard said B1. All right, so let's kick it off. You know, I get them. So this channel is called FBA News. So let's look at the news alert.
Everything about my life is about being an American.
Or so he thought, until the federal government said he is not a U.S. citizen after all. Larry Aguilar came here legally as a child, raised a family, and even worked for the U.S. government.
But now the man who's devoted much of his life to children could be deported. NBC2's Dave Elias has more on the immigration nightmare that is tearing a family apart.
Yeah, Peter Kelly, Larry Aguilar has been here since he was 9 years old, but now he's trying to prove he's a U.S. citizen, thanks to an oversight nearly 50 years ago that only now is the U.S. government picking up on. Turns out he's not alone.
There are times when I get emotional about it.
Fighting back tears, Larry Aguilar stunned when he got these papers that said he isn't a U.S. citizen. Here's Larry Aguilar stunned when he got these papers that said he isn't a U.S. citizen.
Everything about my life is about being an American.
Larry was just 9 when he and his family fled Cuba in the 1960s.
Being an American.
Larry was just 9 when he and his family fled Cuba in the 1960s.
My brother and I started school like the following week. Everything about my life is about being an American.
Larry was just 9 when he and his family fled Cuba in the 1960s.
My brother and I started school like the following week.
He graduated high school and college.
You know, I married my high school sweetheart.
Raising a family, even working for the federal government and running for office.
And I have a respectable job. And I do respectable things in my community prove that, right?
I'm talking on mute. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop talking on mute. I gotta stop talking on mute. So if it's pausing, it's not lagging. That's me talking in between when I'm on mute. But Diamond, she said, "Hey Ron and Maz, peace, Diamond, come out here." And now you have to right. So go be everything you try to be in America illegitimately. Go be that legitimately in your home country, bro, in Cuba.
Until he went to work for a
Cuba
private employer. They asked for a work permit, something Larry didn't have.
So you don't have a work permit, but you work for the federal government. So that lets you know, like, these liberals are slick, man. Hey. Yeah. So these liberals are slick, man. They be giving they be enabling these goddamn provocateurs, man. You know, they have work permit, but working for the government, but none of us can get jobs. They want to hold us to, hey, so your last reference, right? That didn't check out. So can you give us, they do that to us. This dude with no work permit is working for the federal government. Like, will you stop?
Respectable job, and I do respectable things in my community prove that,
Well,
right?
be respectable in your homeland.
Until he went to work for a private employer. They asked for a work permit, something Larry didn't have.
And guess what? That private employer respectfully notified ICE, right? When he couldn't produce that work permit.
He went to work for a
but that's how entitled they are. Like, these guys be entitled. He know goddamn well he ain't got no work permit, but he's used to liberals employing him illegally. That he could just, like, he think he can run for president. He's running for politics. Like, dude, really? Like, so you don't want to, like, hide and be on a low? You want to be out? Like, the deal, that's disrespectful. You're already here illegally. You want to keep a low profile. This dude trying to run from office as an illegal.
Job, and I do respectable things in my community prove that, right?
Pinky.
Until he went to work for a private employer. They asked for a work permit, something Larry didn't have, didn't think he needed.
Oh, you don't need a work permit?
Citizen.
I remember when my dad became a citizen.
What kind of citizen don't have a work permit? Dude, stop.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, we get that shit in high school.
He thought that instantly made him a citizen.
An adult naturalizes, they don't understand that the child is automatically a citizen.
No, not according to birthright citizenship. That's a liberal, weak interpretation of the Constitution. That's going to be repealed. And all these American dreams and Kwame's, they got a lot to say. Goodbye.
But they have to prove it.
His parents didn't know that they had to file a separate paperwork for Larry. His attorney says he's not alone.
There's about 70,000 people who naturalize a year who don't include their children.
Oh, good. Get them gone. Get them gone. That means I got 70,000 more lives. Hold on. Say it again.
Work for Larry. His attorney says he's not alone.
There's about 70,000 people who naturalize
Okay, so that means I got about 70,000 more live content for you.
a year who don't include their children.
Larry's case gets worse. He registered to vote and even cast a ballot, a felony under U.S. law.
He is in a
Got him. Yo, this dude is out. Yo, this dude is doing the most. Yo, listen, you want to talk about being disrespectful? This dude is not living a low-key life. He's doing the most as an illegal. He's voting. That's how they got this clown. Cosplaying as a Black American citizen. Got him deported. Yeah, that's called karma, yo.
A year who don't include their children.
Larry's case, though, gets worse. He registered to vote and even cast a ballot, a felony under U.S. law.
He's in a deportation right now.
His attorney calls the system broken.
I'm not going to say the system.
Nah. This is don't lie. Okay, so the news anchor guy just lied. He said I'm not going to say the system is broken.
He's in a deportation right now.
His attorney calls the system broken.
I'm not going to say the system is broken.
Okay, so he didn't say that. You see, so these liberal folks be lying and covering for Tethers and immigrants, but they will be quiet as hell when it comes silent when it comes to us. And when conservative media attacks us and paints a certain picture, liberal media is never as vocal as they are with protecting illegals.
But I certainly believe that it is complex.
Retired federal immigration judge Anthony Rogers believes when the case is reviewed based upon the evidence, Larry will be declared a allowing his father's dream to continue.
He brought us here because he knew that this was a way for his sons to be fruitful.
Well, how'd that work out for you, Larry? How'd that work out for you? All right. Thank you. No. Okay.
Hello and welcome. Our top focus is on America's new deportation policy and its link to Africa.
Ed,
the continent of
Ed said, peace to chat, peace to Ed, and welcome to FBA News and Updates, my brother. Please subscribe. I'm going to give you a wrench. All I ask in return is to like the video. And you can subscribe if you want, but at least like the video. Matter of fact, let me see how the likes are looking with my family here, because they be slow footing it a lot. Yeah, we got to stop being tardy. 17 likes, 30 watching. Nah, it's not good enough. We need some more likes, family. Come on. We like halfway there. That's not good. Look, y'all already know how it is. We should know better by now. Let's go.
Africa is emerging as a key destination for third country deportations by the Trump administration. After sending migrants to South Sudan, the U.S. has now deported migrants to the southern African kingdom of Eswatini. Washington confirmed that 5 migrants, described as criminal illegal aliens, have been deported to Eswatini. The men are nationals of Vietnam, Laos, Yemen, Cuba, and Jamaica. The U.S. government claims these individuals...
Wait, hold on, let me read that. Origin of U.S. deportees to Eswatini. Now, I'm familiar what Eswatini is. Okay, so family, if y'all know one of my Gmails is Swazi Media. So if you go really back with me, you guys know I use Swazi. Okay, Swazi is the first name of Eswatini. So I'm very familiar with Eswatini, okay? It was formerly called Swaziland, you dig? And the reason why they changed the name of Swaziland is because a lot of Europeans were making a mistake looking to book to Switzerland, and they were booking their flights to Swaziland. So they had those Africans change the name to Eswatini. You dig? So yeah, so I've been using the word Swazi for so long. And those, if you look at not FBA News and Updates, but if you go to Unbiased Ron channel, just go back about a year and more, and you'll see Swazi as my name. Right now it says Peace Ron, but you'll see it. Look, so right now it says Peace Ron, but it was saying Swazi about 5 years ago. I'm very so yeah. Listen, family, I use certain lingo. It means something more than what I'm using it for. It ain't no big deal to me. But Swazi is definitely a Swazi to me. All right. So your boy be knowing stuff. I just, be low key doing my thing.
Yemen, Cuba, and Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. government claims these individuals committed heinous crimes, including child rape and murder.
No, we can't have that. You got to go. You got to go.
And that even their home countries refuse.
Yeah, FBA Entertainment. Yep, because white folks were booking flights to the wrong destination. It made them change their name. But they say white supremacy doesn't exist. Okay.
To take them back. Just last week.
So Pinky Wells says, Ron, do you know if Larry was deported? I can't find anything online. No, they said he's still detained. So he's in deportation status. They got him. They're working on him. So they're trying to find out what's what, right? So he ain't deported just yet. He's still detained in some type of detention center. Hopefully he's over there visiting alligator Alcatraz. He did learning about alligators.
8 migrants from Asia and Latin America were deported to South Sudan. Those deportations followed a Supreme Court ruling that cleared the way for the U.S. to legally deport migrants to third countries, even if they have no ties to them. It came as a major win for Trump's mass deportation agenda. Immigration has been a core focus for President Trump. According to a recent U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE memo, these third countries have agreed not to persecute or torture the deportees. As per the memo, ICE gives at least a 24-hour notice before a third country deportation, but extingent circumstances, this notice can be reduced to just 6 hours. Now, this policy has triggered widespread criticism. Human rights groups warn that many of these so-called safe countries may not be safe at all, and that deportees could face abuse, mistreatment, or denial of basic rights. South Sudan, for instance, is still recovering from a brutal civil war. Eswatini's 57-year-old ruler has been criticized for authoritarianism and human rights abuses. There are also questions about transparency. Why a particular country is chosen or what criteria deem it safe is often unclear. The Trump administration is also exploring similar deals with other African nations. Rwanda has confirmed it is in talks with the U.S. for a possible migration deal. Reports also suggest that Washington has approached Benin and Libya. Migration was also a key topic in President Trump's recent White House meeting with 5 West African leaders. As per reports, U.S. officials discussed third country deportation agreements with Liberia, Mauritania, Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, and Senegal. However, none of these countries have publicly agreed to such deals yet. Meanwhile, Nigeria has firmly rejected the U.S. request to accept deportees from Venezuela. Nigerian officials said the country's huge population does not have room for foreign deportees. And that brings us to the broader impact on host African nations. Many of these countries already struggle with fragile healthcare systems, housing shortages, and limited legal infrastructure. Taking in foreign deportees could place even more strain on their resources, while offering little to no integration support for the individuals being sent there. To discuss what impact Trump's new deportation policy can have on African nations. We have with us Lauren B. Landau, the senior researcher with the African Center for Migration and Society at the University of the Witwatersrand. Lauren is joining us live from Oxford, UK. Thank you for being with us.
It's a pleasure.
Now, what are the legal and diplomatic implications of the US deporting migrants to so-called third countries like Eswatini, especially those with no prior connections to the deportees?
I think there are legal implications within the United States. We see rather than putting these people through a criminal justice system, it's exporting them without due process. They've been accused of crimes, whether that's just being an undocumented migrant or whether it is sex trafficking, child abuse, etc. We don't know. We don't know who these people are. If they're asylum seekers, obviously this is a violation. It would be refoulement. It can be any number of violations. But I think it's a broader questioning about how the United States and how others are working in the world and how they see Africa as a dumping ground that can do its bidding. It can recycle its dirty clothing, it can recycle its electronics, and now it's a dumping ground for unwanted people.
And how does the shift in deportation policy align with
He's crying in the background.
international human rights obligations?
Hey, Russian bots revenge B1. Yo, do me a favor. I'm gonna throw you a wrench. I see Urban Commute, Rose Best Brader, Vera Sanders, Satchel Ohio, Pinky, Muck Muck, FB Entertainment. I see you in the chat. Russian bots. I'm gonna throw you a wrench. Just like the video. Like I expect all my regular family members to do. Let's see how good we doing with the likes. You dig? This is the last live for today. I got my off on me. Mosquitoes is out here. But you know what's crazy? Some people say, yeah, come on, family. The likes is ridiculous. Hey, family, some people say off don't work for them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. Off works like hell for me. It's a real mosquito repellent. Now, New Jersey has an invasive mosquito it's like an Asian mosquito that's not out here in Georgia, and it's way more aggressive. It's way more strategic. The way it bites you is faster. It's harder to kill with your hand and things like that. And this off still works with them. So I knew it would work over here with the regular mosquitoes, our native mosquitoes. So yeah, but for me, off works 100%. And off, if you guys don't know, you can spray the mosquito with the off. Because sometimes I don't even spray myself. I just spray the mosquitoes when they come around. And off will kill them. Off will even kill flies. Off will kill bees. Now, maybe not a hornet or a yellow jacket, but a regular like bumblebee, it'll kill it. You dig? So just some insight for y'all. But off for me works wonders. I put off. I don't give a damn how many mosquitoes around. I'm usually good. Now, obviously, sometimes you might spray your body part where there's no off. And that mosquito, they're smart. They'll find that one, that area. But for the most part, if it was serious, I'll just wear a long sleeve shirt, sweatpants, and then off my fingers because they will bite your fingers and toes. I got Crocs on. Just spray your whole outside of your Croc. You good? All right. So now let's get back on these deportees. You dig?
Particularly when individuals are sent to countries that may not be prepared to receive or integrate them.
Stop. Okay, so this is liberal propaganda bullshit, trying to make American citizens feel sorry for deportees, trying to make it a global issue. Just fake knowledge, just fake news. And it's sad because they will never defend foundation. When I say they, I'm talking about liberal news will never defend foundational Black Americans like defend illegals. These are people not even legal citizens. They're illegal. And they're being defended on another level that we have never received from liberal Democratic media ever. When conservative news attacks us, liberal media is quiet. Liberal media, can I ask you a question? What happened when we were being attacked, when Soul City was being in the late 70s, when it was being attacked by conservative media? Matter of fact, when it was undermined and underfunded as a result from conservative public media and propaganda, What happened? Where was the liberal media to counterbalance it and to prove that Soul City was a planned city like any other city, and it didn't have no Pan-Africanist secret agenda to create some militant blacks? Where was the liberal media to defend us? Don't do that. Don't do that. You threw it on the floor. Don't do that. It's already cracked. Yeah. So where was the liberal media to counterbalance that propaganda? The family, that propaganda. Go look up Soul City. Go look up my video on Soul City. The fact that liberal media never defended us, politicians caved in to that conservative pressure, that propaganda pressure, and they let it just go underfunded, and it just fell apart. But the other planned cities so this was the only planned city for blacks. The other 11 were for whites, and all of them created suburban middle class neighborhoods except for ours. Ours, it was the only one left abandoned, underfunded, through the pressure of conservative media. This is why I'm not going to bat an eye right now what's going on, because these guys are getting protection that we never got in our 400-year history in this country. So miss me.
Right. I mean, if these people are indeed criminals, they should be treated through a criminal process and imprisoned in ways that meet international standards.
They are.
I suspect whether it's Rwanda, Eswatini, Libya, these are not countries that are known for their robust democracies, their robust commitment to human rights. These are countries that are known for abusing their.
Okay, well, stop. Yeah, this is a lesson being learned. Stop fleeing. Okay, stop fleeing, coming to countries illegally because see, what they're not saying is this: those tethers, home countries, they don't want them. So what are we gonna do with them? Just jail them or send them to alligator Alcatraz? See, so whatever we do with them, there's going to be outcry. Hey, they're not from that country. Hey, they're in alligator Alcatraz. Oh, no, you're wrong. You're in cages. So no matter what we do with them, it's going to be wrong and we're going to get pushed back. So, hey, man, you over there in Aswani. Look. Aswatini.
Commitment to human rights. These are countries that are known for abusing their own citizens, for authoritarianism.
Oh, well. They fled from a country practicing the same type of misbehavior. So they will adjust like they adjusted in their homelands.
And what we're doing is we're sending people into those spaces.
Yeah, we are.
It would be a violation for them.
No,
presumably, it is also feeding in through the kind of financing that is behind it to strengthen the authoritarian governments.
Listen, they'll be all right. Remember, they're all African. See, I got to make your mind up. They'll tell us we're not American, we're African. And we've never been to Africa, but we're African. Those are our brothers and sisters, and we are one with them. Well, guess what? So why does it matter where they get sent in Africa? Aren't they African too? And aren't those their brothers and sisters? And aren't they one with them? So they'll do just fine. It's okay.
Those countries.
Right. Illegal's a crime.
Right.
Do stop.
And why might the U.S. choose Eswatini and South Sudan as deportation destinations?
Yeah, South Sudan, I ain't gonna lie. Shit. That's my home country. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. South Sudan's a little rough. They might be better off in alligator Alcatraz. South Sudan, yeah. Even I can be like, yeah, South Sudan, damn. Yeah, now that's shit. Yeah, that's rough. Myron, no, his homeland is shit. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a little, but again, what? They're the only folks that'll take them. Nobody wants them because they're criminals. They commit violent crimes in countries they snuck into. You think if you sneak into a country, you would think that you would be a law-abiding citizen, if that's even possible, in a country you snuck into that's supposed to provide fair opportunities to illegals. That's like really friendly to illegals. You would think you'd be in your best behavior, but it's just in them.
And what are the risks, social, political, or humanitarian, of involving countries with limited capacity or internal stability in such processes?
I think that limited capacity
Yeah, they
and
good.
internal stability
World's
you
best
mentioned
brainer.
are precisely how those countries are being chosen.
Right.
These are
Very
countries
standard.
that are dependent on foreign aid. Eswatini gets almost half of its budget from aid. South Sudan, of course, has oil, but as an economy is faltering, it needs external support. And the United States is using its leverage as the world's largest economy to essentially force them to do this. And it can do this in a way where those countries will not push back. They will not.
That's called an OG call. Big. So let me just put it in layman terms, right, for y'all to understand. That's called an OG call. United States made an OG call. All right, listen, we got some illegal tethers here. We need you to take them. All right. You good? You straight? You cool with that? They're like, yeah. All right, okay. Cool. Here they come. Right. We're gonna send them over there. Don't worry. We'll cover the flight and their first months of food and shit like that. But after that, they are yours.
Say we won't do this because of human rights standards.
So Pinky Wells says Africans are always saying we Americans are soft and it's easy here. They see the U.S. as a lick, right? USA as a lick, right? So go ahead and make it do what it do.
We won't do this because we believe these people have rights in and outside of our country.
Right, and that $1,000 is going to go a long way as to Watney. You dig? They're gonna live like Bill Gates for at least 1 year.
So these are soft targets. They are places that the U.S. can basically buy its way. And have its will.
That's called an OG call, my boy.
Will be done.
It's all good.
And the insecurity of these places is precisely what is appealing for them for domestic politics, because it allows Donald Trump, it allows his allies to show to the world, this is what happens to you. Come to the United States and we will send you to a place far worse than you are leaving.
Right. If you come here illegally, don't forget they committed a crime. Because the crime itself was coming here illegally, but that's not what got them gone. What got them gone was their violent crimes as illegal. That's why they did them dirty like that. It's like, oh, you got the nerve to be illegal and then do some violent crime like that? Yeah, you're gonna go to South Sudan and you're gonna meet migrant relatives.
Leaving. And that is precisely the message he wants to send.
Look, Pinky, I don't know where they're going. And that's not up. I don't give a damn. It's not up to me. I know where I'm going. You dig? I'm gonna chill out today. It's beautiful. I'm gonna enjoy my freedom with my ancestors, the homeland they created for me, built for me, laid the foundation for, sacrificed for, died for, fought for, killed for. So I don't give a damn what they got going on in the jail. I don't know, really. We don't really know if they be in jail. Let me know when somebody have a camera and some I team do a follow-up. But your guess is as good as mine, and I'm gonna say they're not gonna be in jail. They're gonna be doing okay, living in the bushes like everybody else.
Thank you very much for being with us on First Post Africa.
First Post now available
right,
in 9 languages.
I am
on
not.
YouTube.
Okay, hold on. All right. They understand the risk sneaking into a country illegally, right? Sometimes it's that other country, they just flat out kill you. Can you imagine sneaking into Russia? You dig? Or Iran or North Korea or China? They probably just outright just hang you.
Well, joining us now to share his perspectives on the growing global disdain for the Nigerian passport, highlighting a recent incident involving a Nigerian,
as you know, nobody flees more than Nigerians.
Couple who denied entry to Honduras, like we said, despite the...
So remember earlier they were denied interest into Dubai. Now they're being denied interest into Honduras. I mean, what is going on with Nigerians? They might want to look at Eswatini. They're looking into anywhere else. Honduras, bro. What do they offer? What type of opportunities they got over there? Okay, dude, stop.
Ambassador Hassan Mohammed is the former deputy ambassador
sit right here.
to the United States. Thank you so much for being on the news tonight.
Thank you very much.
I think a fine place to begin will be that case in Honduras, the couple denied entry despite the visa on arrival policy. In your expert opinion,
I don't understand like the entitlement to live in another country. Like, why do you believe you have to be accepted in another person's country? Why is that like big news? Like Tariq Nasheed is banned from the UK. That ain't global news. It happens to people, man.
How common is this, and what do you think could have happened?
Thank you very much for the question. Visa on arrival with respect to Nigerians, as you said, we enjoy very limited patronage because of the very bad press Nigeria has worldwide, and the behavior of Nigerians as well. And coupled with the fact that internationally they painted Nigeria very, very negatively in terms of investment, in terms of whatever you see. So I'm not surprised that this incident in Honduras occurred with respect to Nigerians. Honduras, from what I gathered, they have a visa on arrival policy, but they also have requirements you have to fulfill before getting to that country. So I know Nigerians, once something happens, they don't allow you to investigate why and why not. They jump into conclusion, and by the time you take to their side, you see that you get a roadblock because there are certain things that you're supposed to fulfill, requirements. So if they don't fulfill those requirements, and also these are countries not like Honduras now, not many Nigerians go there. So they don't know, there's the likelihood of lack of information. So this might cause some problems amongst the Nigerians that are traveling there for tourism, for whatever they are.
Stop it. It's always some scam behind why they're trying to get into other countries, dude. Stop it.
Going forward. So I believe maybe we have to look further into the issue before.
All right, family. Yeah, see, y'all likes. We need some more likes, though. We're not far off. So you're good, but let's get some more. So we got Pepman Patty. Why not go home and build? So we got Pepman Patty. I'm here, you in the building, but Pepman Patty, I'm gonna give you a wrench, bro. Just like the video, subscribe if you like, and just pop in with us, bro. This is my third time being live. All right, so I've been live literally this all day, basically. So Pepman Patty, welcome to the family, bro. Like the video, I gave you a wrench, subscribe, and pop back up with us. And this is the cookout. I call my lives the cookout, bro. You're welcome to the cookout. You're welcome to the cookout. So chop it up with us, man. The chat be litty. You're gonna have fun in the chat. You dig? So let's cook.
Coming to a conclusion.
Right. But on a general basis.
Hey, it's not you. It's not you, Muck. I sense that as well. And even Michael Blackson, who's like supposedly funny from Ghana, and I actually like him. He made me laugh, but his funny ain't the same as Martin Lawrence's, Chris Tucker, Eddie Murphy. Like his funny is like that old serious funny type shit, like Funny Marcus type shit. But that's not your traditional funny, like Cat Williams and people like that, like with a real sense of humor, like Martin Lawrence that could just make you laugh. Jamie Foxx type funny, Kevin Hart. That is different from I like Michael Blackson. He's funny to me, but his funny is 100% different from our traditional way of being funny, like coming from Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and the likes like that. But again, I do like Michael Blackson. He is funny, but again, it's a different type of humor, something that's not traditional in FBA culture.
So the general note, why do you think the Nigerian passport?
So Petman Patty said, I love it already. First time listening. We welcome you, man. We love you. We love our family, bro. So you good here, man. Yep. So welcome, man.
Is held with such, disdain.
Yeah.
Globally. Nigeria can only getting...
So now you talk about victimhood. So they always say that, okay, when we call out our oppressors, when we call out evil, when we call out immorality, unethical ways of the judicial system in America, they'll all say it's in our head, it's slave trauma, we're making it up, and we're in victimhood. But just now, she said, why are countries denying Nigerians entry and picking on them basically? So that's not okay. Thank you. Yeah, so that's not the victimhood card. You see, like I'm telling you, man, it's literally the world against us, man. We complain about something real. They call it victimhood. They're complaining about not being allowed in somebody's homeland. And they're allowed to make that complaint, and it's not called victimhood or entitlement. All right. It is what it is, man. Like we understand. Like we are the ones. For real, for real. We are the ones. Like they act like we just screwed up because we're just born screwed up. Like we have white folks got a smart gene and FBA's got a dumb gene. That's what the world want to gaslight us to believe.
To 25 countries without a visa, for a country that is the largest black nation.
So 420 PC says, FBA family, we see you. I'm here says, hey, you all, there's a Discord called FBA City, and I've been linking you. I want to put go ahead, put the link in there for the family. Golden Heart says Michael Blackson is scary. So I'm here through the link in there for Discord for those who are into that. Peppermint Patty, 100%. They not like us is the anthem for FBA. They hate that. World Best Braider says they knowing they just want to scam. Exactly. Nigerians are not allowed because of their actions and scams. There are so many, chat, I'm not lying now. There are so many American companies that will not take a Nigerian account. I'm talking about from the of course, I ain't talking about a Nigerian in America. I'm saying Nigerians in Nigeria. They won't take an account from Nigeria. A lot of American companies won't even take their business internationally. Of course, it's an individual, they'll rock with them, but the country itself, they will not do business with Nigeria. Pinky Wells says there's a such thing as crime tourism. A plane full of people come to America for a few days, commit all type of scams, and they back on the plane and go home. Wow, that's sick. Nigerians are very harsh and disrespectful, Golden Heart. Yes, and the world is picking that up. That's why they are exclusively being denied interest to the Honduras, to Dubai. We're learning. Everywhere they're not allowed in.
Nation on earth, the giant
her knuckles are black.
of Africa, finds herself in.
Oh yeah, she got cake soap all in her pantries, closet, her purse, all types.
Of Afghanistan, Libya, South Sudan, and what have you. What do you think is fundamentally wrong? What's giving rise to this? Okay. Is it a failure on the diplomatic level?
Yeah, American Jane, I'm gonna have you call in tomorrow because I want to talk about where we left off at. Jared tell things like that. So tomorrow morning, if you're around, I know you're a busy man. If you're around tomorrow morning, call in before I get knee deep in the show, and we could discuss your opinion or similar questions I was asking you earlier. Yep, that bleaching is crazy.
Come to think of it, Nigeria, we don't have ambassadors out there.
That's right.
As we speak.
That's right.
Is that even?
Oh yeah, Ghana and South Africa deported Nigerians. That's sad, bro.
A factor.
Yeah, it could be, but the perception started long time ago. That negative perception of Nigeria started.
Okay, so now there's no accountability. Now they're gonna say the negative perception of Nigeria is given to them in a wrong way. Like, bruh, stop it. They lead the world in scams, the number 2 in paternity fraud, and let's knock it off.
The early 90s, like for example, we used to have visa free to the United Kingdom. In 1995, they stopped it. They stopped Nigeria, India, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. So Nigeria was lumped with them, and it was that time we started paying for visas and necessary scrutiny. And there's always this kind of, they always feel like security-wise, we are a threat to them.
Okay, so now all of a sudden they're not scammers. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you see Nigerians involved
Donnie,
in criminalities.
after 3 tomorrow, so you might be flirting with my second live. That should be good. Because my son should be sleeping about 2:30 p.m., 3 o'clock the latest. That could work. Just pop in real quick. Like once you see, if you can, once you see I'm live, just immediately say something so I don't start the live and start a show. Cause I'll be locked in when I start.
Laundering, 419, and all this. And they also have the exchange information. Man. The developed countries, they have security network, and once they get someone, they also relay to other countries to take note. But the thing is, Nigeria, I don't know what is causing Nigeria to be...
Yeah, because you have criminals in other
all over the world.
South Africa.
Okay, look, you hear them? Now look at they pointing finger. She said, you got criminals all over the world. She pointed at South Africa. Like, this is a shot. Like, that's sick. Yeah, you have criminals all over the world. You got terrorists, right? The Taliban, people like that. We got terrorist group. We understand. But you also got scamming countries like Nigeria that's #1 in the world. And you're going to act like that's not a reality? Like, that's just retarded. Let's back up.
To take note.
Now, she's going to throw shade at South Africa. Watch.
The thing is, Nigeria, I don't know what is causing Nigeria to be...
Yeah, because you have criminals in other
all over the world.
South Africa is
all over the world. All over the world.
Okay.
But somehow, maybe they feel threatened. Nigeria.
Oh, now, okay, here we go now. Now everybody's afraid of the Nigerians. It's that Wakanda bullshit. Like, we're afraid to let T'Challa in because he's going to run the world in our country. He's going to run the country. Your T'Challa's going to win an arm wrestling competition and become president of the United States indefinitely. Like, dude, stop.
There was a time we were
Donnie.
Washington, D.C., discussing. Somebody said Nigerians are amongst the most talented, highly talented people. So maybe they will want to put you down to diminish.
Dude, they're talking about your top 5%. And they're talking about in Nigeria, not world, not in the world. You're not the top nothing in the world. You're top in Nigeria, man. Like, your top elite is bright compared to the rest of you guys.
And cause some unpleasant experiences for Nigerians.
So how do we deal with this crisis? Because like you rightly pointed
out,
out,
you gotta be careful,
every country has its fair share of criminality, insecurity.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, but you got countries that are #1 at something. That's not a fair share. Jamaica's #1 with murder and homicides. Jamaica is the Chicago of the world, of the planet Earth. All right. So yeah, people are going to be on high alert to security when they let too many Jamaicans in. Like that. That's it. That's it. Like, when your country is known for something wicked and criminal, other countries going to be on alert. Top scammers.
And we can name names. I mean, even in Nigeria, the highest foreign nationals you will see caught with illegal mining in our country are the Chinese. But, they're still...
it's coming for Lang.
Countries are still flung open for them.
True.
Does this really boil down to deeper issues like diplomacy and how we handle diplomacy? And how then can we fix
hella cakes open.
Our diplomats of late, diplomacy has not been treated very well in Nigeria. Yes, and months without being paid.
And in this case, we don't even have ambassadors.
Yes.
All right, stop. Like, cry me a river. Let's stop. Okay, so here's a tether who's dying for clout, but won't pull up. Everybody been inviting this guy to their platform. He's been rejecting, and all he does is just be a troll in his account. Like, he's afraid to accept any invitations to other folks' podcasts. This is a failure. All right, this is a failure right here.
All right, this is Afro Think Tank. Now, this message is to all the people that come in my comment section and say, "Hey, Afro Think Tank, I like you, you know?
He said all the people. If somebody like you, they're definitely not FBA, and or if they are, we're gonna lump them up either with the black conservatives or the Afrocentric crowd. There's no way they're FBA on code rocking with you.
But you really been coming down. Hey, Afro think tank, I like you, you know? But you really been coming down on FBA. You know, why do you always come down on FBA? Why are you always talking about FBA? Why don't we just unite? We need to unite. We don't like this division, right? And so when I hear people say that, that makes me believe that you haven't actually been paying attention to what I've been saying. And, you know, that means I need to keep going. Because
it's funny that people will mislabel Tariq as a leader when he's actually a leader of his cult. And he has a cult following. This dude has a cult. He has a real legitimate cult following. But people like him get passes, and you mislabel Tariq and other folks as cult leaders and things like that. But this guy got a private cult following.
If you haven't figured it out, FBA and ADOS are the enemy, okay?
That's
and
I'm
a
man.
warrior, a trained killer. Do you understand?
Okay, lay down right here.
And in the Marine Corps, right, what they taught us is you locate, close with, and destroy the enemy. And you kill them with overwhelming dominant firepower.
Yeah, you see, this is that cult talk. This dude got 7,000 subscribers, and he believes this is that Dr. Umar narcissism talk, where he believes he's really putting in work somewhere. This dude got 7,000 followers and not making no noise on the internet. Nobody's subscribing newly to his channel. Like he's pretty much stuck right there. Like whoever's watching him is pretty much stuck. He's not growing. If you look at his YouTube analytics, if he shared it, it probably is going down. He probably has a downtrend. There's no spike. There's no uptrend in his analytics. But he's talking like he has like a nation behind him, or like hella support.
Meaning you don't let up. You don't just let them walk past. You don't let them go unabated. You destroy them. You understand? You see, if the citizens of Germany would have took the Nazis serious when the seeds of division was sown, the Nazis would have never been able.
Yeah, it's all tether babble.
It was like,
but again, like this guy, he is stuck, and there's other guys I'm not gonna name, but you guys can see that he remind you of other YouTube content creators, right? Where he's just all powerful, almighty, and you destroy people and you do this. Like, who talks like that? Like, we talk about debating and cooking people based on information. This dude destroy. It's your cult. Stop. Let that go. With his cult leadership. Like, dude, what you small ass cult leadership? Dude, stop.
You cannot allow xenophobia and hate to fester. You telling me not to talk about FBA is like,
nah, this can't be your boy because he's like a Pan-Africanist. You're more like a black conservative, so you wouldn't find no value in his channel.
You seeing a roach in your house and you not getting any bug spray because just one roach. Leave it alone. Why are you concentrating on the roach? Because
okay, so now look how you talk. Now this is a stupid fool that if he does the wrong move somewhere else, the CIA will use his language as like violent. Like, listen, chat, you got to be careful what you say on the internet, even though he's probably speaking figuratively. In today's time, you don't know. Stomping people out, eliminating the enemies. You really can't let that language go easy past your ears, because you seen a Hispanic white guy murder two black content creators live in front of everybody over a content creator beef. So this type of language ain't taken lightly. You dig? Like, you want to put yourself on a FBI list, CIA list, go ahead and talk like that. But you set yourself up for any type of controversy, and you're gonna find yourself fighting a case against the federal government. You be locked up for really nothing, all because you said words like that. And you got a white jury. You got a white jury listening. Like, yeah, it sounds violent to me. Maybe he did do it. But like this is that fake, goofy, narcissistic talk, like you really are out here putting hands to faces and boots to butts. Like, dude, stop with this fake, tough analogy of war. Come on, dude.
Because if you leave a roach alone to fester in your house.
So if you leave a roach alone, so a roach is symbolic to a human being. Go ahead.
You'll wake up the next day and you'll have an infestation.
So what you got to do to
if
that
you
human
see a
being?
mouse or a rat running around in your house, and you say, yeah.
Now don't forget that mouse and roach is an analogy to human beings. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Go ahead and self-snitch and put yourself on some list.
That's just one or two. I'm not gonna bother with it. You'll wake up in a month and your house will be taken over by rats. What part of FBA and ADOS are the enemy, don't you understand?
You see? Enemy. All right. And you got to lay them down. This is language he chooses to use on the worldwide internet with all type of COINTELPRO and how they did Diddy, and they could trump up charges. I will never talk like this. I don't care if I'm like so-called beefing, which I don't do. I don't so-called beef on anything. But I would never talk like this. So when I'm in some controversy away from the internet, they just can play this video to paint a picture about me that's not reflective of who I am. I would never be this goddamn careless. This is a fool.
You see, I'm very thorough about the things that I talk about. I'm very detailed in the things I talk about because I want to make sure that
yeah. And listen, that's a narcissist. That's a narcissist. Like they're just so meticulous. Like they just like everything they're saying about themselves. There's nobody confirming that. There's nobody there's no references. There's nobody else that's a content creator that's saying, yo, this dude's official. These guys just give themselves flowers. You dig? It's like, okay.
But listen to me, understand what I'm saying. And I know they understand I know people with common sense understand what I'm saying.
But there's a certain people with common sense. So this other group that he calls FBA ADOS, they don't have common sense. The whole entire group, whether you want to call it a lineage or just a group of several thousand people, you're saying all of them don't have common sense. Again, like I'm just trying to help the dude out. Like, dude, I wouldn't even play like this. You dig? You're gonna find yourself in some unnecessary RICO or racketeering case or conspiracy case, all because you played your hand like that. It's just stupid.
Sect of you who just like to watch all black people on the internet, whether it be FBA or Pan-Africans, and you just naively think that we're all just gonna get along. You think what's happening here is that Pan-Africans are dividing because we're talking about FBA.
So there you go. So now he's acting like he's the leader of Pan-Africanism, of Pan-Africanists, this guy.
Yeah. Do you not realize FBA is the enemy of unity? That's why I'm attacking them. I will never stop. I will never stop attacking them until they're gone. Do you understand?
Okay. You see that language? All right. Okay. So look, when this dude when he made headlines, right, and he's locked up and he's facing Fed charges or conspiracy charges with the state, I want you guys to look back at this video and say, yeah, unbiased was right.
Need to be disappeared, and it's working.
Wait,
best believe them until they're gone. Do you understand? They need to be disappeared, and it's working.
Okay. Every day I got new subscribers, but we're disappearing, sure.
Oh, best believe, because I'm not the only one doing it. There's a lot of us doing it.
No, it's not a lot of you guys. It's just small in numbers. We have more larger FBA channels collectively than there's people who are against FBA. All right. So I'm gonna name 3. Matter of fact, I'm gonna name 5. So I want you guys to give me your best anti-FBA channels. So we got Tariq Nasheed, we got Jason Black, Black Authority, we got Professor Truth, we got Urban Politicians TV, and we got Phil Scott. Give me your 5 that's top on that. I even mentioned Afro Elite, Red Supreme, and the other channels, but just those folks alone, those 5 I named, there's no anti-FBA channel remotely close to not even one of them. So you're not growing. We're growing. You're shrinking. Your influence ain't hitting. Our influence is hitting. Every day I go live. I went live 3 times today, and every time I went live, I had to give new people wrenches. So no, we're growing. Yo, look at my subscriptions. right? Now, he's not growing. I'm growing, thanks to you guys and your likes. But if you look at where I was just like 3 months ago, I had like 700 like subscribers. I got 1,200 now. So no, we're growing. Our message is growing, not the hate. That's going away. They're getting deported.
Because your festering, disgusting ass FBA wants to blanket all Americans with their title. A title we African Americans do not accept. Tariq Nasheed is no leader. He's no black leader.
Thank you.
He is a piece of shit grifter. And I'd be motherfucking damned if I allow a piece of shit
grifter. I would love you to get that definition.
Who, by the way, you motherfuckers don't even know.
Yeah. That's it right there. Black Alpha Network. So you got channels like that. That's like lit. 3,000, 4,000, like up there, down there with Jason Black with live viewership. Dude, like we're increasing in numbers. What is dude talking about? And then I showed hella videos yesterday of people who don't even consider themselves foundation Black Americans, but they got slave lineage here and they're calling themselves Black American and they're resenting the terminology African. And they got no idea what an FBA even is or ADOS. So like they're just one conversation away to embracing FBA or ADOS. That's all. Like, and we're reaching them every day. I go live and they go live. We're reaching the people who feel like us but don't know that we exist. We're reaching them every day. Dude, you're not reaching your class because you got 7,000 subscribers and your videos ain't hitting. You're not getting the views. You think like his views is shit. I got more views than this guy on certain videos. And he got damn near double the subscriptions that I got. You ain't going nowhere.
His real name. Do you? You don't. Okay? I'm not gonna let a mysterious ass.
Yeah, so Mike, I'm okay. Mike TV is another one. I'm familiar with him. Mouthy Megan. I never heard of. I'm gonna look that person up. I never heard of Mouthy Megan. It's like a woman. And so there is a sister I watched today that I've never seen before. A sister. So there's a couple sisters that got like 700, 500 live viewers when they go live. So, dude, stop.
As piece of shit grifter, right? Who has figured out how to pimp a bunch of unintelligent black people to sow hate and division and make African Americans look bad globally. No. You see, I have experience being an ambassador for the United States of America.
Shit.
A real ambassador.
I told you this narcissism. Like he's the one. He's the Messiah. People like Tariq Nasheed saying, I'm not the Messiah. I'm not the one. Like they're taking a humble outlook at it, like a humble, they're taking humble action. Like, nah, I'm not the guy. I'm a voice. I got influence, but shit, I ain't trying to sit in that seat. But he's going to sit in that seat. He and Dr. Umar is going to sit in that seat. He's the ambassador.
Officially an ambassador. So I know how to represent African Americans.
So you should vote for him. You should follow him. He's the leader.
I represented African Americans on the global scale. I've been doing it since I was 17 years old.
He's a leader.
Because I knew I had to put my best foot forward because I knew every country I went to, I had to represent African Americans.
But bro, where are your results? Like you're telling us what you did and you were great at it. I don't see that in your subscriptions. I don't see that in your live views. I don't see it reflecting, my boy. It sounds like cap.
Did a goddamn good job. And I'd be damned if I'm gonna let these uneducated, xenophobic, hateful cult members represent my precious group of people, the African Americans. So yes, I may not be using my gun in closing with the enemy and destroying them, but now I'm using my words.
Yeah, using his gun. Listen, he did that. He brought the gun there. I'm telling you, listen, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't influence it. I just know how this type of language, when people use this type of language on the internet, I know what end up happening to them. They end up behind bars. And I don't know. He'll say he's innocent. We'll never know. But all they're gonna do is play this right here in court to the all-white jury. And people gotta be eliminated because they disagree with what you gotta say online. And you're the ambassador, you're the leader, you're the smart one. Everybody with this group is dumb. This type of language is what led to a Holocaust. This type of language led to like Jim Crow. You dig? So, okay, dude, you need a publicist, but go ahead and just do what you do. You dig? I'm not surprised if I read something about him in a year's time.
Located the enemy. The enemy is FBA. The enemy is ADOS.
Okay, so Willie McDuffie, he said he looks like the Bismarck he loved. Exactly. Hey, Willie McDuffie, I'm gonna throw a wrench at you, family. Just like the video. Subscribe and tap in with us when you can. You see, so we are grown. We got new family every day, every live I do. This dude ain't going nowhere.
And I'm going to destroy them.
With what,
you understand? I will set a time. Listen, I'm retired.
Okay, yeah, this dude is a hurt individual. He debated somebody, he spoke or engaged with somebody, some FBA ADOS person, and they really cooked him somehow, maybe in private, or in person. But he is hurt. I know the facial expression and language of somebody who's hurt. He really wants, I believe him. He wants to violently attack somebody who calls themselves ADOS Freedmen or Foundation Black America. I believe him. I believe he's very violent.
That means I don't have to go to work for 8 hours. I don't have to spend 2 hours going to work and 2 hours coming from work. So that
AK Day 73, I'm gonna throw a wrench at you, my family. All I ask in return is to like the video, you dig, and subscribe if you like what we got going on here. This is the cookout, and you're invited.
Means every day I got time, and I will spend 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of my 24-hour day to absolutely crush and destroy all coon-ass black people who mean to do the black diaspora harm. You see, I got my Caribbean brothers back because I'm a real black American. I'm a real Pan-African.
Well, you know what? They didn't got your back. I'm looking at your numbers. They're very tight. They're struggling.
I got my African peoples back. Why? Because I'm a real Pan-African.
Yeah, but y'all small in numbers, y'all insignificant, and y'all non-influential. And Pan-Africanism is dead.
I'm a real black man. And I'd be damned if I let those guys represent me and represent my people. Because they're pieces of shit. They're disgusting. They're uneducated.
Okay, so it was Tariq that cooked them. So y'all said he was on Tariq Nasheed radio. So maybe Tariq cooked him very bad, embarrassed him. And he's out for blood. Like, really, I believe him. I believe he's out for real blood.
They're annoying. And they invade black people's spaces where we're minding our own business. And
really? Y'all seem to come over here. I'm not in y'all spaces at all. If I see a hateful video, I comment like, hey, pull up. Let me invite you to a dialogue. That's all I do. I'm never in their live comments going back and forth with these clowns.
They come trying to sow their nasty, hateful, xenophobic, divisionist poison. I've made plenty of videos proving to you with receipts that FBA and ADOS are sponsored by white supremacist organizations.
Okay, so you know it's funny, everybody throw that around. That's everybody's talking point. All right, so American Dream was here earlier, right? He is a tether, and he said he was, right? He's non-foundation Black American, and he says systemic racism doesn't exist. That's a white supremacist talking point. So now I would need one of these liars to tell us what we're saying that white supremacists say. I never heard them quote one talking point of white. I'm talking about, I want it verbatim. Give me a playbook, a talking point out of the white supremacist playbook, and show us saying the same thing they said verbatim. Because white supremacists like Jared Taylor deny systemic racism, and so does American Dream, who's a Black Jamaican. So that is literally verbatim a white supremacist talking point. So I need you guys to, just like I just did that easily, so I need you guys to do that with us. Show us something that white supremacists say that we say verbatim, exactly word for word. Please do that.
Maybe you think I'm just making that up.
Yeah.
But I'm not,
wouldn't agree.
And I've proved it. And I'll continue to prove it. And the fact that I got these people that come in my comment section and can actually say at their mouth that they like me and they also like them lets me know that they're not comprehending the situation. They're not aware of what's going on. They are potential victims of this situation, and I need to protect them. Therefore, if you tell me you want me to stop talking about FBA,
We don't care.
I'm talking about them too much, as in you're defending a group of xenophobic, hateful groups of people.
Well, none of your channels are successful without our name in your titles. Okay, none of your channels are successful. The little bit of success you get, none of them even gets that without our names. I guarantee you, if I go to his channel and look at his views, which I'm gonna do in a second, I see if he could prove me wrong. I want to see his views when he's not talking about us and his views when he's talking about us. It's a monetary thing, man. It's all of them. Morris Road TV, all of them. You look at their views when they talk about us and look at their views when they don't. And you'll see like a significant drop in stocks. So it's common sense. It's common sense. The smart thing to do to talk about us. Like we are the clout.
And that means I need to go harder. And that means all my brothers and sisters on this YouTube and on this TikTok and on this Instagram.
He said all my brothers. Dude, you got 7,000 subscribers. You don't have all my brothers. You got a few peons, dude.
Who are rocking with me, who are also doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Is.
We all need to go harder. There's absolutely no way we're going to let these disgusting parasites continue to fester. No, we will.
Hey, you know that's dangerous language. I'm trying to tell you, I would never do that. Even if I felt that way, I wouldn't do that. Because I know that the internet, the right law enforcement could take those words. And if you like, let's say he say he has a gun. Let's say if he's in a self-defense, he has a self-defense case. And let's just so happen, his bad luck, he had to defend his life against somebody who claims to be ADOS or FBA. This ain't gonna look good. This video ain't gonna look good in court. Because it looked like because everything he says that he needs to stomp us out. So now you're coincidentally using self-defense to take out people who you call parasites, people who need to be exterminated like rats and mice and roaches. His analogy, dude, this don't look good for a self-defense case, my boy, but you did that.
We'll close with and destroy them. They are the enemy.
Hey, Lil Greg Killer, I'm gonna throw a wrench at you. You're new here. I want you just to like the video in return, and if you want, subscribe. And, tap in with us. Matter of fact, let me throw my let me take a move from he's taking a COINTEL move, so let me do a move from Umar and throw my Cash App in there. You dig? Okay, let's go.
And until they adjust themselves, they will continue to be the enemy. We will never accept FBA. I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you, this ain't gonna look good in a self-defense case. And the person he shot at is publicly claiming to be FBA or ADOS. This ain't gonna look good if that person, defense team, or the prosecution, not defense team, because he gonna need a defense team. This ain't gonna look good if the prosecution, because they got all the resources, if they get a hold of this video right here. This ain't a good look. And now I'm doing a reaction, so he can't even delete the original copy because I have a copy now. So, dude, this ain't a good look, man. I would never do this right here.
Fuck, how many of your favorite YouTube fucking personalities accept the word FBA so that those dumbasses can come to their YouTube channels and patronize them? You understand? I don't care if your favorite YouTuber uses the word FBA. Because he's doing it for money.
He said with the list.
He's doing it because he don't want to piss off FBA.
Yeah, if you talk about CLR, I'm gonna invite CLR back on. What's today? Yo, these days go going by fast. I'm gonna try to get on here, not tomorrow, but Friday, because I got to remember his talking points, right? Because I just want to like kill him once, not kill him. Me not use the language. I just want to rebut his talking points officially once and for all. You dig? So I'm going to review his dialogue I had on the first time, and then he and DJ Focus dialogue, and I'm just gonna like get him back over here and just totally annihilate him.
Because dumbasses spend
in a debate. Gotta be careful.
A lot of money. Dumbasses are useful.
Yeah, he's definitely projecting.
By super stickers and dumbasses buy white label products. Dumbasses will come to
white label products. What are we doing now? So you don't buy bleach? Like, come on, dude. You probably don't. You don't. I ain't gonna pass judgment, but if you don't apply bleach and Clorox and dish detergent, dude, I don't know what we're doing.
To your YouTube channel, your TikTok channel, and they will spend all their dumbass dollars on you because they like you so much.
Hey, the hate SMK, the hate is because if he's FBA and he hates like that, is usually because again he's a narcissist and he got destroyed on somebody's life. So everybody's saying he put up on Tariq Nasheed. So it looks, narcissists can never take a L. It bothers them forever. You dig? So if he got cooked on Tariq Nasheed radio, I can see why. Because in his mind, he's special, in the good way. In his mind, he's an ambassador. He just say he's an ambassador. He's a leader. So in his mind, he's the all in all. So if he loses the debate, you dig, he can't live with that. He got to justify it. He got to make up excuses, and then he got to talk like this.
They're very simple-minded individuals, as you should be able to tell, seeing how they write and type in the comment section. They can't spell. They can't put together sentences. They're really cognitive dysfunction.
Okay, so he can't even say it, but thousands of people who called him, hundreds of thousands of people who call themselves ADOS and FBA are illiterates. Okay, dude, that makes sense.
Dysfunctional cognitively. They are. And if I have to continue to shame them,
no, but why don't you dialogue with us, though? I called him out. I came in his comment section. I called him out. So many others called him out. How about just dialogue with us? How about prove it? We're so illiterate. We can't form correct sentences and we don't know punctuation marks, how to use them correctly. Dude, and we can't form a correct argument, then you should be destroying us. You should be doing what Tariq Nasheed does. You should be willingly accepting these guys to come on the channel to destroy them one by one. That's what we do. As FBA, when we think we the shit, we want to be challenged so we can prove it over and over and over. So I allow people to come on and I debate because I think I'm pretty good. You dig? Some people give me a better time than other folks. But this dude don't accept no challenges. But we supposed to believe that he's the all wise. Okay.
Into waking up, if I have to continue to bash them until they disappear, because they will disappear, I will never stop until they disappear. Period. So I just need y'all to know that.
Yeah, he kind of like give off severe Bay energy for real.
I'm never gonna stop. Every time you guys ask me to do that, that just means I'm not doing a good job. I need to step my game up. So yes, you will continue to hear African Americans, proud African Americans who know they are African, who didn't just become proud to be African.
Yeah, he remind me of a close friend, yeah. That's scary.
African American a couple years ago when some piece of shit charlatan told them that they were freaking FBA, okay? And listen.
What about ADOS? We were a charlatan then. What about when I showed clips of back in 2004, Foundation Black Americans saying we need to be called something different than African American or Black American because it's lumping us up with immigrants. What about Deborah Dickerson? You dig? What about those folks? They don't count. It's all about, and these guys are 2000, and these women are 2004, 2007. They're 8 or double-digit decade before Tariq Nasheed. But this is what happens because all I gotta do is say, hey, you know who Deborah Dickerson is? No, so dude. So is she our leader? Because she said it before Tariq Nasheed. What about Alim Muhammad? What about the Nation of Islam? Back in the 1950s, said what Tariq Nasheed said 70 years later. The Nation of Islam, as far as I'm concerned, were like the first people to delineate, to make a distinction between us and continental Africans. And that was like 1950s, 1960s. But they want to pin everything on Tariq Nasheed like he's the donkey. And that's why I need these guys to have a dialogue so I can correct them historically and let them look like a fool in front of everybody.
We are the ones who deserve reparations. It's Pan-Africans that's fighting for reparations. ADOS and FBA are not fighting for anything.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we got Capital Block Channel. He says Skokie Robinson. Capital Black Channel. welcome to the channel. This is the FBA channel, obviously, Adolf Friedman. If you're one of us, make it known. If you're a critic, make it known. If you're a supporter, make it known. It's all good. We ain't gonna block you or time you out.
They're not fighting for reparations. They're not doing shit. The only job of
So how come we ain't get it? Right? Because Pan-Africanism in this country was long before ADOS and FBA. So you've been taking the L for decades then. Yeah, decades then. So what's the update? What's the FBA news and update with reparations? Since y'all the real ones arguing for it, where we at? I know you ain't representing in Cobra. I know you ain't doing that.
FBA and ADOS is to sow division in the community. So if we're separating anything, it's the black world against them. It's me, my Jamaicans, my Haitians, my Nigerians, my...
Bro, he just talking. He don't have no large support from Nigerians. Nigerians are selfish as hell. He don't have no large support from Jamaicans, and he don't have no large support from any other black immigrant group he just said. This dude's a piece of shit.
Ghanaians against them. I'm on their side. I'm not on FBA's side.
Okay, so first of all, it's not Ghana versus FBA. It's not Jamaica versus FBA. It's not Nigerians versus FBA, stupid. It's the tether class that's really small in numbers versus FBA. We're the majority when it comes to debating tethers, like or this little diaspora war. We are the majority in numbers. They're tiny in numbers. So tethers don't represent their country. Right? They're really tiny in numbers.
Don't call me FBA. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't call my ancestors FBA. Don't disrespect them like that. Don't call any accomplishments that African Americans have made in this country. Do not disrespect our history like that. And that's just it. So I'm letting you guys know now. I always got time to crush FBA.
But when do you actually do it, bro? Like, what's your record?
Always. Every day. All day.
Oh yeah, you know this dude got halitosis.
Same way, every day, all day, which I never hear from you guys.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for these woke dudes that never get a haircut and get a shape up and just look like they, you know what I mean? They just came out of prison, came out of a hole, right? You know, they say the hole in prison, like he just did, you know, like 4 months in the hole and they let him out.
You never say, hey, FBA, stop talking trash about Jamaicans. Hey, FBA.
Okay, so Capital Black Chunk said, I meant Smokey Robinson. I'm FBA all day and night. But yeah, Smokey said, yeah, exactly. Smokey Robinson, Raven Simone, Floyd Mayweather. Hey, if you check my archives, Capitol Hill, I got that. So there's a thumbnail on my videos. It's not a live. I think it's just an upload. I forgot. Maybe it's a live, but check it. Check out my lives. Check out my videos about 3 months ago. And you'll see a thumbnail. It has Smokey Robinson, it has Floyd Mayweather, and Raven Simone. All three of them are in the thumbnail, and they are saying exactly what you just said. All of them said, "Hey, I'm not African, I'm Black American. This is my country. I'm American." Smokey Robinson said, "I'm American," but all of them rejected the term African. So, welcome to the cookout. This is the Cookout Capital Black channel. Every time I go live, is a cookout. You're welcome. I'm gonna give you a wrench, just like the video. My family, just like the video. That's all I ask in exchange. Okay. Shit, not my fault. Wait, what are we doing? What is that? What is that? Okay.
Hey, stop talking trash about Haitians. Hey, FBA, stop talking trash about Africans. You never hear that. And I'm tired of hearing FBA cry about the mysterious group of people that's talking about them. You're talking about the 1 or 2 coon-ass Africans and Caribbeans that talk shit about them. They never even took in consideration that we're the ones who started it. And I'm pretty sure we are the ones that started it. After the white people put us in the arena.
Yeah, there's some cool FBA channels that I seen start very small, and now they're doing big. They're doing like 20K a video, and they were like very, very tiny. You dig? I looked one day because I'm a subscriber of it. It was a very small channel. I'm talking about like 80 views. That's it. And I looked recently, I think it had 20K, and like that's on average now. So FBA channels are rocking and thriving. I don't know what he's talking about. This dude is lying. FBA channels are thriving, bro.
And shook up the bottle and made us fight each other. Because these guys, if they were smart, they would know that the true enemy doesn't look like them. But you see, these guys are simple-minded. Like, they have 3 brain cells, only 2 work. You understand? So yes, I will continue to destroy. I have no respect for anybody who calls
But
themselves.
this is the only way he can get views, though, family. So you're right, Kyle. He's boring, but it's the only way he can get views is to crash out. Y'all know this the crash out culture in 2025.
FBA. I'm sorry if you like me. I don't care. I don't respect you if you just found your respect when the title FBA came along. I don't respect you if you just found your respect for being black with ADOS came along. I don't respect you if you think that black people in America own the word black. I don't respect you at all. I spit in your face.
Okay, yeah, okay. That was the dusty confirmation action right there.
That's how much I don't respect you. Do you understand?
I
will
believe
never
you.
respect you.
I believe you.
I will never respect Tariq Nasheed.
I believe you're definitely dangerous, bro. Look, you convinced me. You convinced me you will crash out and unalive somebody to prove your point. I will make sure I never cross your path. I believe you're retired. I believe you're possibly struggling with life and bills and things like that, and you're ready to crash out and just lose it all. But you want to take somebody with you. It won't be me, bro. I will not beef with you. I'm gonna make this reaction video. I'm gonna leave your crazy ass alone.
I will never respect Yvette Carnell. They are the enemy
no neck.
from within. They are the snakes in the grass.
Damn.
And if I have not articulated myself well enough for you guys to understand that, well, I guess I just gotta keep going, like I said. Anyway, I hope you understood that. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach them. I'm out.
Hey, dude is trash. Okay, so let me peek real fast. So he never go live, by the way. So let me show his video, his channel. So as you can see, hold on. So as you can see, he never go live, right? He got no live. He got one live video. And look, 12 days ago, look. Oh, you can't see it. I want to show you something. You see, when FBA is not in the title, now remember, he got 7,000 views. This is 12 days ago. He got 558 views. So he went live. The other lives he probably went live more than once. He just made them private because the numbers were horrible. But he kept this one up. He's live and nobody showed up. Now, let's go to the videos. How much are we in his mouth? Pause. Okay. So, look. Sticker FBA. Told you. He's not going to get views without us in his. Look. So now, wait. Let's go back up to prove my point. So, FBA in the title, 2,000 views, 2,000 views, right? And watch this. No FBA. Right here. 657 views. What's this? Afro Think Tank joins AIDS. Okay, some big Pan-Africanist shit. He got 2,000 views. All right. He's struggling. He got a struggle channel. Africans are not intimidated or jealous of anyone other. Okay, FBA. Examining Officer Brandon. Okay, I don't know who that is. I think I know who that is. Okay. Trump supporter, Anglo-Saxon, 1,000. Yeah, look, founder of ADOS exposed. I told you. He knows he has to put us in his title to be relevant. Nobody watches this guy. People just like drama. Okay. Now look at these videos. No FBA, 343 views. No FBA, 800 views. Okay. Just follow the pattern. This is easily exposed. Look, no FBA, 300 views. European allies are leaving for Europe. Little controversy, 1,000 views. Nothing. Something like. But okay, see, look, 350 views. 500 views. This guy is a failed YouTube struggler, and he get his best views, which is nothing, when he does clickbait or he mentions FBA in the title. Look at these views. None of them are over 1,000. This is some BS. 1,000 views, but everything else is under 1,000. This guy does horrible numbers. Look, horrible. Look, Donald Trump, catchy stuff, clickbait, but nothing. Look, 500 views. He got some clickbait right here. He finally got something, but this is a struggle. Look at this guy. Look, FBA. Look, FBA, 2.8 FBA. So he realized the crashing out FBA's bringing him a little bit of clout. But look at this video. No FBA, 300 views. This is a failed, struggling YouTube content creator, dude. We see you, my boy. We see you. Okay? We see you. Let's keep this show going.
A real pastor from a fake pastor. Anybody can just open a shop today and call it a church and be doing whatever he likes.
When you put yourself out there as a vulnerable person, like desperate. So many people would like take advantage of you.
Is it my fault then if I go to a pastor who uses the same faith, the same chapters, the same verses to manipulate me? Is it not a little bit of victory?
So you guessed it, guys. This is Nigeria, and this is a video that's exposing pastors in Nigeria scamming their flock.
Blaming.
You are responsible for not using the Spirit of God to design through yourself, within you, that this is a fake pastor.
Fake pastor. I told you.
There can be fake. In Nigeria, the highest denomination is 1,000 naira. Can I give you fake 2,000 naira note? You will reject it immediately. So the fact that we have fake pastors is the major evidence that we have original pastors. So in Nigeria, we have both fake pastors and original pastors. Jesus Christ.
Ain't that crazy, yo? They got scamming pastors in Nigeria. Fake pastors. They're saying fake pastors. But let me play this video right here. This is what I want to play. Okay, so I think this dude was on one of Technology Hidden Colors. He's a UK historian, Robin Walker, right? So they're gonna get his take on delineation from Foundation Black Americans, ADOS. Let's see what he says. Check it out, family.
There's a UK historian, a brother by the name of Robin Walker, and he's paying attention to what's been the delineation movement here in America. And he wants to touch on it because he also understands
that wasn't AI,
why
bro.
people are delineating from, different immigrants that come from the continent or come from the Caribbean or Latin America.
Which it just proves that Tethers will act like they can't understand delineation. They're just playing dumb.
Let's listen to his explanation.
I didn't say playing dumb. I said they are playing dumb.
I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. This is what it is.
Or come from
this is a scholar from
the
UK.
Caribbean or
I think he was on Hidden Color, one of them.
Let's listen to his explanation.
Get it. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. This is what it is. There were too many black people from outside Africa, from outside America, going to America and playing the arse. And what it is African Americans spotted this and spotted that there's a consistent pattern. Black Caribbeans,
right,
capital from Africa going to America and being the arse.
I ain't even realize that SNK. They always talk about all these little African spiritualities that Umar hijacked, and they gave it up for Catholicism.
And
interesting.
What the FBA agenda is putting up a wall and saying, no, you guys can't be a part of this if you're going to be on that, raccoon train.
When you say playing the arse, what? Because from what I know, a lot of Africans, a lot of Caribbeans who go there, academically, they're surpassing them. And
okay, so now this Tether is trying to gaslight the UK historian, right? He claims that Tethers who come over here from Nigeria outpass us in academia and things like that. But they're not going to be honest and say these guys are highly selected. They're supposed to pass the average Black person in academics and wealth. Bro, they're your top 5% of your country. I don't represent the top 5 nothing in my country. You dig? But they couldn't outclass our top 5. So they're comparing their elitist group to the average Black American, which is stupid. But let them go. And this is the only way they can get a cheap little so-called W is to cheat. It's like, dude, no, that's not how it works. You compare your elite with our elite. You compare with your average populace with our average populace. GDP versus GDP.
On that, raccoon train.
When you say playing the arse, what? Because from what I know, a lot of Africans, a lot of Caribbeans who go there, academically, they're surpassing them. And also business-wise, they're surpassing them. So who was playing the arse?
Carlos.
When they then use that to say, well, that means that you African Americans are lazy. Do you see?
Yes.
And then being on some right-wing conservatism, this
UK historian said those talking points are aligned with right-wing conservatism. I told you, family, I always said these Tethers, okay, they literally use talking points verbatim from white from right-wing conservatives, from white supremacists. They claim we do, but they can never prove it verbatim. Something we're saying that they're saying. Okay, we are the enemy to white races. So one more time from the historian. He gonna call their rhetoric.
Means that you African Americans are lazy. Do you see?
Yes.
And then being on some right-wing conservatism, let's throw African Americans under the bus.
That is true.
And let's pretend that Jim Crow didn't happen, redlining didn't happen, breaking up of African American business districts.
Right. So Tone Talk said, in order for them to be right, Tethers, the white supremacists, and Pan-Africanists, for them to be right, they gotta lie about our history and act like it never happened. That's the only way they can win and be right.
Breaking up of African American families, the COINTELPRO didn't happen, the Iran Contras and then moving drugs into the black community didn't happen. Yeah, and there's a whole list of things continuing right up until now that the American government has done to African Americans. And so for those black people recently arrived from outside America, you all didn't face any of that. So of course you're going to be doing better than African Americans, duh.
Yeah.
But what's happening is a lot of the people outside black America don't respect that. And so while I'm not about division, I can't pretend to not know why Tariq Nasheed said that.
Yeah. See, it's right there with that other brother said about, well, you know, we're doing better, immigrants are doing better. And that brother explained it very well. Yeah, you can easily do better because they're not doing COINTELPRO to y'all.
Right.
They're not trying to break up y'all family.
Right.
They're not putting drugs in the African communities or the Caribbean communities. They're not doing that.
Right. No, they're not.
Purposely.
You guys are in sanctuary
You didn't experience a Joe Biden 1994 crime bill.
Nope.
You didn't experience the Klan. You didn't experience redlining. You didn't experience your churches being bombed and you know, segregation and Jim Crow and chattel slavery. You didn't experience none of that in this country. You haven't. Now, some of you still get economically sabotaged just because you realize it later how, you know, this country sabotaged you, how you have to work so hard, and yet people who's lighter skinned than you, they're getting more, you know, outreach money, etc., right? But anyway, but check this out. So this is the question I have here. Why do you think, even after all of what I explained, you're doing better? Every time I look up, I know so many black Americans that have businesses.
Right.
Or very high paying jobs.
Right.
You act like every last one of y'all come over here and be a success story.
Right.
Bruh, a lot of y'all coming over here and working class jobs. Right. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't be trying to put a narrative that
like they own
every last one of y'all come here,
Fortune
you
500
are just
company.
so big. Fortune 500. I don't see a bunch of y'all in the Forbes list of the top richest black folk in this country. I'm just saying, it's still dominated by black Americans. So what are you talking about? Y'all sitting up here and you're being happy about what you've done in another country, but shouldn't you feel a certain kind of way that you couldn't do that back home?
Right, SMK. The proper comparison is to compare us to their entire country. That's why economists, they don't make that comparison. Economists compare immigrant groups with immigrant groups, and they compare wholes with wholes. WHOLES with WHOLES. You don't compare a group to the entire populace of a people. So economists don't do that. Only Tethers, white supremacists do that. Not even Pan-Africanists go that low.
Home. Oh, I went to America and I'm so successful. And yet you don't take what you got out of America and bring it back to your homeland so you can be a success there and build something there. A lot of them don't. You tell them you're gonna go back to your homeland. Oh, I ain't going back over there. Forget that place. You don't even want to go back
at all. So, family, I'm glad y'all pulled up. We're gonna end it right here. This was like a 2 hour on the dot live, I must say. This is basically 2 hours on the dot. Okay. Yeah, we're about to go inside. We're gonna have a little family moment. You dig? But I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all definitely support. If you didn't like the video, I didn't check the likes. I gave y'all a break today. But definitely don't give me a break. Like the video. You dig? And you know how I do. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna have, something good to talk about. Right? All right. Peace and power to the family, FBA. FBA 1.